Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler, the Geek Slays. Welcome back. Scuffed Ass Podcast, episode 6, I believe. We got Judochop 80 on again. Big chillin'. Alright, how we doing? How's life?
Life's good, man. Are we live?
We are live. We're up. We're out here.
Welcome, world. Hello, everybody. Life is good. No complaints here on my end. I feel like every day is a new day, and every week I'm learning. When it pertains to like streaming, mixer, all that. Sports is kind of like I kind of feel stagnant with sports because of the fact that there's nothing going on. It's kind of weird. I was hanging out on Vicky Valancourt's stream. We were talking about, he's like, dude, I gotta have football in my life. And I was just like, dude, I know, man, it's nuts. There's nothing to talk about when there's no sports sometimes. It's weird.
I miss the NBA so much right now.
Dude, what's your team?
The
Timberwolves?
Timberwolves. Well, Timber
Okay.
Pups, technically. We're bad, so
I kind of feel weird. Yeah, and like, see, if I was a Timberwolves fan, I'd feel weird about it too because they just got a Russell, and
yeah.
I'm just like if I was a Timberwolves fan, I'd be like so elated to get rid of Wiggins for him. You know, especially with that chemistry he's got with Cat. So
Super excited for that. Also, there was that, what was it? The Sports Illustrated article. It was some basketball magazine where it had Cat, D'Lo, and then Devin Booker on the cover. And D'Angelo Russell said, "We don't know where it's gonna be, but someday the three of us are playing together."
yeah, we'll see.
I love
Could
the
be.
idea of that being Minnesota, just because we have nothing. We've never had anything. We had KG for a bit, and then he ran away. We had Kevin Love back when he was fat. That was sweet. Then he left. Great time. Great time to be a
I
Timber Pups fan.
I think the best time, like, cause I was growing up, like I played basketball. That was like my first love. So um, there was a time when I thought like Minnesota was gonna like, but was gonna be really hot was when they had Marbury
Yeah.
and Garnett. Obviously a while ago. But he got too full of himself and he jetted town. So that kind of sucked, I felt. But I thought that if they had stuck together, that could have been something really special.
For sure.
But yeah, and then see, like on my end, I'm kind of like I'm not a Laker fan. I mean, like I'm not a full on Laker fan, like I am with my main teams. But I do like I root for them, and I would have wanted to see them do well because of the whole like storyline with Kobe
Oh,
and
this
all that.
entire year I've basically become a Lakers fan. Well, since like whatever January.
Yeah,
I've been rooting for the Lakers more than I ever would. Like I'm a big LeBron guy, but I could give a fuck less about the Lakers.
yeah, I get you. Yeah, especially if you're a Timberwolves fan.
Right?
I totally get that. Yeah. So
But
it's weird, man. Sports, there's not going to be a champ. I mean, how about this, dude? I'm out in California. Okay, here's another one for you. I'm out here in California. I live in San Diego. Okay. Obviously, basketball is my first love. I've coached basketball before, and you know what I'm saying, like as a coach from coaching basketball, that I would always say, you know, don't go watch the NBA. I would tell players, go watch college basketball. NBA's got too much like one-on-one game. It's not, you know, the fundamentals are off in the NBA. It's different. It's fun for entertainment, but it's like, you know, and in watching individual players and whatnot. But if you're like trying to be, you know, you're working on your game, you play basketball, watch college basketball. That's where it's at. You know, there's fundamentals are glorified there. It's just really better. Anyways, so I'm out here in San Diego. San Diego State was fucking undefeated for like 99% of the year, and it was dope. And we were robbed of the fucking tournament. So that's kind of sour.
I really hope the NBA gets it figured out, though. They're talking about just basically restarting the season, but only playing games in Las Vegas, one gym. It just started the playoffs, so whatever the bracket would have been, what it is. I don't know how I feel about that, though. But
I feel like that's wishful thinking. So
uh, I don't know. It it's a tough thing to figure out. Like, you know, is this a this whatever virus like the flu? You know, is it gonna go away during the summer months? You know, because the flu basically just disappears and then comes back in an evolved form. the next winter. So maybe it's gonna go away over the summer and figure out how to do sports again. I don't know.
Dude, I don't know, man. I really just wish that. I wish that like. I wish that we would have that. But
If you only knew the power
I'm kind of giving up on the NBA, obviously college basketball. I'm like legit worried about baseball because baseball's become my thing the last couple of years, and I don't think that's gonna occur, dude. I just don't, man.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
if you only knew
Yeah,
the
the whole
power
sports scene,
of the
and then
dark
fighting,
side.
dude. MMA like is my thing too. That's my vice right there. Like I just really love MMA, so I can't. There was a big. I know like they're canceling stuff, but there was a big ass fight. I don't know if you know MMA, but Khabib versus Ferguson was about to go down, and Dana White was adamant about making that happen. But now that's not happening because Khabib pulled out. So I mean, it just sucks, man. The whole shit sucks.
Right.
MMA, yeah, all that stuff. Sports are on hold, man. So it's like, where do we turn? Imagine this, dude. Imagine if we weren't into games, like video games.
Oh,
It's like,
that would
what's
be
up?
fucking difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Like what? It's cool in a way because I've always said to myself, I was at like literally this last year, I was saying to myself, dude, technology,
If you only knew the
everything's so
power of
accessible.
the dark
Like life is
side.
so in a different pace than it was in say 20 years ago. And I was telling myself like I miss that. I wish I could have that. Life will never be like that again. Uh, I just turned, I'm a bit older than you, so I grew up in the 80s and definitely then, but more so the 90s was my decade growing up more. And like, dude, like I was wishing for that, and I feel like I kind of feel like I made that into fruition because of the fact that the way things are now. It's like, dude, like, what do you do if I didn't have video games right now? Like, that's even weirder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Watch a movie. How many times can you do that? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm pretty artsy myself. So, but how much like, I need physical interaction. What about
Right.
you?
There there's so many people right now who all they're doing is like watching Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus.
Right,
At some
dude.
point that's going to get fucking old. And you're missing human interaction. At least playing video games, I can still party up with all my friends and have the same conversation we would if we were sitting, over on the couch just sitting around, you know,
Yeah,
bullshitting. Nothing. The most fucked up part for me is nothing has really changed for me since this thing started. Like,
yeah.
nothing changed.
Well,
I do
to
the
a degree,
same thing.
I mean, I'm not going to work. I'm playing video games. My schedule's all fucked. That's for sure. But dude, my schedule's fucked. But at the same time, like, uh, I'm enjoying it to a degree because, like, I'm weird. Like I've said before, I'm a introvert and extrovert, like to the max. Like, my girlfriend trips out on it because I can stay home like no fucking other. I can also go out and shit too, like no other as well. So it's like I'm enjoying it because I'm going with the flow. But I don't know, man. This is all weird. It's weird times, and
Thanks for that host,
we're
bro.
adapting. It's gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, I'm not excited for it to be here for a while, though. Really not. I
Yeah, I feel like there's a big wave that's about to hit too with it. Like we're just like getting acclimated to things the last month, but now like it's gonna be a big wave of it. So
um,
yeah, who
there's
knows?
just so many things we just don't truly know about this yet. Like,
Yeah,
can you get it a second time if you already had it? There's
that's a good
nobody
question.
really knows. So it's
Yeah,
like I don't know. I kind of want to figure that out because if you're not gonna get it again, I want to just get it and get it over with. You know?
yeah, and like it affects my life too, man. Because like to be honest, like I have not seen my parents since this
Right.
whole thing happened. And like it may be that way for a while. Like thank God for FaceTime.
Right.
I don't yeah, I don't want to step foot in my parents' house and see them, visit them. Even like my siblings as well. I don't want to go over there and interact, and so it's kind of weird, man. Like being denied that, 'cause to me, family's a big thing. Family's a huge thing.
For
So
sure. I
you know,
Well, I don't live with my parents per se. I live with my aunt and uncle who I've lived with since I was a wee little lad.
yeah, yeah.
But so I still don't get to go see, my brother, my sister, their kids, but still got some human interaction. And the more screwed up part is like they are still considered essential workers. They work at a power plant, so they're still going to work every day, working with 350 some people every day. Like, I feel like I'm probably fucked, and I'm gonna get it at some point. Like, I don't think there's a way for me to avoid it, really.
Dude, you know what's freaky is the people that get it and don't have symptoms.
Yeah,
End up like I don't try to think about that too much because my mind will go off on that shit. But at the same time, like you gotta wonder.
right. Like, yeah, because there are people who have it and don't have any symptoms, but they can spread it, and that's fucked.
Yeah, but it takes what is it? It takes 2 weeks to 14 days to determine if you got the symptoms. So
Right.
I mean, and I don't, and I've been bunked up pretty well as well. But I do. I still go to work. I have two jobs. I'm a caregiver as one, 2 times a week, and so that kind of freaks me out too. So I don't want to, And then I live with somebody, my significant other, who's a nurse. So I mean, she's in the forefront. So
Right.
I mean, I could be doing all this hibernating and all, but she could just bring it home herself. I'm fucked regardless.
Right. Dude, it's a wild time to be alive. There's nothing in our lives that has prepared us for something like this.
Yeah.
We do
Definitely.
live in a lucky ass time though, where we have, video games, we have all these streaming services, we have a lot of media for us to consume while we're locked away, basically.
I mean, dude, that is a plus. Like, to be honest, that's been like I try to look at the bright spots of things. I was watching fucking I don't know if you like have a digital locker for like movies and stuff, or you do hard copies yourself. I like to go digital. I've gone digital with everything. I
Right.
have a Voodoo account. I've got like 700 movies. I'm a big movie guy, and I'm like imagine this. Okay, so like movies have a timetable when they set then they're gonna release their movies, right? So like let's say March, April, all the movies set to release this past month, you know, they're fucked. And think about in summertime is coming up. So those when the big blockbuster movies come out. Those are fucked too. So I noticed on I have Voodoo. I noticed on Voodoo that they're releasing movies like that would be in theaters now digitally, so you can access them at home, which is cool. Like I was watching Sonic yesterday, which has been out a couple weeks. It's not that new, but they have newer movies, so it's pretty cool.
Right. I think
That's
Disney
smart.
put out the Rise of Skywalker already on Disney Plus. Wasn't supposed to come out until like
Shut the fuck
August or
up,
something.
bro. It is?
I heard that. I'm not 100%
No,
sure. I
it's
haven't
not.
checked.
You're
No,
guessing. It's not.
no, I've literally heard that from on like 4 different places of
For
people
real?
saying that. I literally have not watched any actual TV in like months. What's up, Ghostline? Yeah, the hair. Don't. Everybody knows what my hair looks like at this point. Don't start.
What's up with the hair, man? Like that's the thing with Mixer, I swear. Like so I wear hats a lot sometimes, and it's like Solo was like, take your hat off almost. I'm like, dude, on my fucking Twitter, my pinned tweet is me fucking with my lady, and I've got
Doing a podcast with Judo,
so
bro. Yeah,
I
well,
don't know.
my hair's wild because most people, like, when they come in, I have it put up in a fucking ponytail. So it doesn't look like it would be this wild. The
I think
amount
that's
of people
funny.
who think I've got a perm, though, is hilarious.
Hey, I look at it as an opportunity, man, to run with it, man. Like the people start wondering what you look like and things like that, and like you can start. That's a golden opportunity right there to make up some bullshit.
Right, right.
I've got this dragon tattoo from back to leg, like all some wild shit.
Oh, for sure. Or, like, have you ever heard the meme of PewDiePie? Where
Nah, I haven't.
because in all of his videos, all you ever see is him from the waist up. So people are like, he has no legs, and he just ran with that meme. It's
Yeah.
kind of hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
he'll edit pictures so that he's, like, should be standing next to his wife, but he's edited out his legs, so he's just, like, floating there.
I like to let things be organic, like in a lot of ways. So
What do
I'm
you mean,
noticing
what the
that pick up
talk?
some steam. So I might run with that. I think that's hilarious.
Right? It's funny.
It is. It is.
No, you're big. Let's get back into sports. Let's move away from the depressing. Yep.
All that negative Nancy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I'll let you take it since I can't fucking English.
Fumble. All right. Yeah,
Have one
sports. So what's
NFL
going
for
on
sure.
in the world of sports? MMA was canceled. That tells you how severe things are because, dude, that fucking shit was a money fight. They canceled every other fucking card around that before and after that fight card. But that shit was, they were going to have that shit in the fucking island if they could. But he could, what's his name? Couldn't get out of Russia.
Yep.
Whatever, that ain't happening. NFL, free agency is still going. Thank the Lord for internet and other activities and ways that gets transactions produced. But,
Right.
I mean,
So
there's still some big names out there floating around.
where's Cam going?
Cam? I thought he was going to the Dolphins.
Really?
I thought I read that. I thought I read that for some reason. I may have dreamed that shit. I've been doing a lot of fucking what's it called? What's the fucking shit where you dream and you realize it? Man.
Like a
You
lucid
know your
dream?
Lucid dream. Yeah, man. I've been having a lot of like lucid dreams lately.
Yo,
Pretty
Weapon,
cool.
thanks for the 100 sparks, bro.
I'm constantly reading a lot. So I'm like, I'm
Yo, the one
following
you fear,
sports
thanks for
and
the follow.
stuff, things like that. The news and stuff. I swear I heard that Cam was getting picked up by the Dolphins, and that might be a figment of my.
Well, I just checked my NFL app. It doesn't show anything, and that would be like the number one thing.
Is he like linked to it or something? Is there any kind of? There's got to be that kind of that had to.
Doing pretty good, Weapon. How are you?
No, okay.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything. The two teams I've seen him linked to are the Patriots and the Chargers.
I like the Chargers. I don't see that happening. I don't see that. The fucking. I think the Chargers are going QB in the draft. That's why, and maybe like they got Tyrod Taylor still, so I think they're good.
I don't know. I don't see why nobody wants Cam.
Yeah, I don't know why he's out in the market.
Well,
like, who do they got? They got Bridgewater, right? They got Teddy B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big Teddy guy.
I know you are. I like
some
Teddy
bias.
Dude, he was a Jet. I like him too. But that's not the thing. I'm just saying, like, what? It's not a thing on Teddy. It's like, why move on from Cam?
Cam's an MVP who the only reason that he's even in this position is because he was hurt once. Like that entire last year he had one big injury, but before that Cam's never really been hurt. Like, it's not like this was another in a long line of injuries for Cam. This was a first. And I think it's just because the Panthers, new owner, new GM, new coach, new everything. They're just revamping the whole thing, but I don't know. They kind of did Cam dirty. Like, he's the best player in the history of your franchise, and you're not going to let him go when free agency starts. You're going to wait.
Well, that franchise has a history of that. Have you noticed that? Certain franchises are really good. I feel like certain franchises like the Steelers, the Ravens, like they're good on that shit. I feel like the Patriots franchise is real business savvy. Like, they ain't afraid to cut you loose when they've got nothing to gain from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, in some sort of way. Like, they're like, it's cutthroat with the Patriots. But I feel like the Ravens and the Steelers have that family vibe where they take care of their guys. I feel like the Panthers don't have that kind of reputation. Look at Steve Smith, like how he was just, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've got a history of that with that franchise. Dude, how we're over here scratching our head. Why is Cam Newton in the market? You know what I'm saying?
But even with Steve Smith, like, he got to go out into free agency, like, at the beginning of free agency. With Cam, they didn't cut him until every team had already signed somebody else.
Yeah, that's douchebag shit. Yeah,
like,
some teams do that. My Jets do that.
If you're gonna let him go, let him go, and let him go. I think the Colts would have picked him up instead of picking up Phillip Rivers. I really do.
I don't know about that. I don't think so. I think Rivers is fucking fucking perfect for that franchise. I think that's a great fit. I don't see Rivers on the Dolphins. I see Rivers on the Colts.
Oh man, I don't know. I think Cam's just in a rough spot, and I think the Chargers would be a great place for him to go if he can get there. Like, really good weapons, good defense. They're set for a while. I just don't. Problem right now is no team really has the money to go get him.
What's he gonna command?
Oh, I doubt it'll be top tier money, but it'll be what he was making in Carolina, 25 mil.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He's former MVP. He's still only 30 years old.
See, sometimes guys price themselves out. Like, to be honest, man, dude, like, pride and all kinds of shit is a bitch. Like, why do you think Javidian Clowney's still around, man? He wants quarterback money, dude.
He wants top end defensive end money. Problem is he
worth?
hasn't been a top end defensive end.
Dude, he's always fucking hurt. He can't give you 16 games a year. Like, and you know what? He's a guy I question his commitment too. Like toward any franchise or team. I think he's a guy like.
See, so I made this comment on the Sports at Sunup the other morning, where it was so the Vikings are letting Everson Griffin go because they don't want to pay him $10 to $15 million a year, which is what he wants.
Okay.
If Jadeveon Clowney ever gets to the point where he realizes he's not getting more than 20 mil, he's going to be down in the 10 to 15 range.
It's not a prove-it deal? A one-year prove-it deal? Is that what you think?
A one-year prove-it deal with a team like a Minnesota, or go back to Houston, which would be a terrible choice, but a place where there's another guy on that defensive line that's actually going to get all the attention. So your prove-it deal is to go there and be the second option who's going to ball out, because you're never going to get doubled. You're never getting double-teamed in Minnesota. Daniil Hunter will be. Like, or if he goes to the Texans, he's never getting double-teamed. JJ Watt will be, if JJ can stay healthy. But, you know.
If you any team, I feel like this. Any team that signs Clowney to a long-term deal at the numbers that he wants, they're going to regret that deal. At the end, yeah, I just don't think that you'll get maybe some stats, but
I think I think Dallas is going to regret whatever contract they signed Dak to.
Oh, for sure. Fuck yeah.
Because
for real.
Dak is not a bad quarterback. Dak is Kirk Cousins. Here's the problem with Kirk Cousins, though. When you pay him $30 million a year, you can't afford to keep a team around him. And he is not as good as a Patty Mahomes, where he can lift up the entire roster when it's not great.
Yeah.
So
there's not many quarterbacks like that.
Right. There are a few. There's Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, you know, guys in that tier. Breeze, Brady, Rodgers, you know, that top echelon of guys that can just say, all right, this is what I got to work with. I can do it.
And those kind of guys, I wouldn't hesitate paying. Like how the Seahawks did last year with Russell. Like,
and
dude, fucking
I think
pay
the
that
Packers
guy.
just repaid it, like re-upped Aaron Rodgers, too, on a huge deal.
Smart.
Fucking pay that guy.
Yeah,
if Andrew Luck was still in the league, you pay that guy.
And we'll backtrack on that one.
Yo, what?
Dude, that guy's made out of fucking plexiglass, man. I wouldn't. I'm not. Dude,
you
he's
might
not
be high.
Dude,
he's not made out of plexiglass. He had the worst offensive line in NFL history for his entire career.
Not the last year there when they went to the playoffs.
Right, and he didn't get hurt that year.
Yeah. He's banged up, bro. I wouldn't put him. You're talking about. You're like, this is, here we go. I'm about to get Stephen A on you right now.
All right, let's
do
it.
You're trying to say Andrew Luck is on Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson's level?
He is.
Drew Brees? Are you out your mind?
No, bro. You're looking at it like the injury. Take injuries away. Just push them to the side for a second. You're
Potential
telling me
means nothing, bro.
It's not potential. He's proved it already.
What has he
multiple times?
What's he proved?
He's carried teams to the AFC Championship 3 times. Terrible
Andrew Luck's been to the AFC Championship game 3 times?
I could be wrong on that.
1 time.
Is it just one?
Time.
It's 2. He went back-to-back against the Patriots. Deflategate and the year before Deflategate.
Not the AFC Championship game, dude. Not the AFC Championship.
Now I'm looking.
They lost to the Chiefs his last year.
Right.
They got smoked in New England in the AFC Championship game a couple years ago. Like, I don't know how many years ago.
Yeah, the Deflategate year.
Yeah. He didn't. I mean, you're trying to say he's on that level, but when it's come time to shine, dude, he wasn't there.
Okay. Like I just said, though, look at those teams. They were trash. They had no reason to be in the AFC Championship game at all.
Well, let's not confuse things. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback.
No, but
don't go around saying Andrew Luck is in the same class as Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, Tom Brady.
I'm totally going to put him in that class because he belongs there.
Disrespectful. So disrespectful.
You're disrespecting Andrew Luck. I think because of the injury year and
no, I'm not.
Why you weren't watching him his last year in the league?
I didn't say that. Don't twist my words.
I'm not twisting your words. What I'm saying is I think you're forgetting who that man is. I think you're forgetting who Andrew Luck is.
There's nothing to remember. He's not Russell Wilson. He's not Tom Brady. All these guys have won. All these guys have carried to Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying?
Russell Wilson didn't carry shit to the Super Bowl. He got carried.
Want to bet? Look at the game against the Packers that they won. The last Super Bowl they went to before the Patriot game. Yeah. Dude, he carried them in that win against that NFC. I mean, he got some luck on that onside kick that the guy bobbled. Dude, look at that touchdown before that. That one where he's scrambling for his life, throws it up in the air. The dude catches it, and then he does that one pass. I can remember this clearly to Jermaine Kearse. Another touchdown after that. Dude, he fucking lifted that team.
They totally didn't have the best defense in football helping them out, though. That's
okay.
That didn't happen.
The Legion of Boom era
didn't even have a fucking top 15 defense ever.
Legion of Boom years. I mean, you could argue that. Sure, I guess. I mean, that was an elite defense. But dude, the last couple years, that's not been the case. Like the last couple years, like the Seattle last year, who's on? I mean, can you name somebody on their defense besides Clowney? That's secondary. The Legion of Boom's gone. They've pieced pieces together, dude. Okay, let's put it this way. NFL franchises aside, Patriots aside, okay, because of finances, salary cap, the short lifespan of NFL careers. Like franchises go up, they get their peak, then they go back down, and they stay down for a while until they rise again. Seahawks have been steadily, like, how many times they missed the playoffs? Then the last, you know what I'm saying, since Russell came in there, like maybe once, maybe I think. They sat home. Yeah.
The Colts missed the playoffs once with Andrew Luck, the year he didn't play a single game.
Okay. So the conversation is that not that Andrew Luck is a good player. The conversation is Andrew Luck belongs with Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, Super Bowl winners, Drew Brees, Super Bowl winner, okay, Pat Mahomes, Super Bowl winner, like elite level quarterback. I think his potential was elite, but do I think he's Tom fucking Brady? Nah, man. What the fuck is Andrew? Like, to be honest, man, when Andrew Luck had his moments, what the fuck did he do? Tell me what his stats were for the game in the AFC Championship game, the biggest game of his career.
Off the top of my head, I don't know. The Patriots AFC Championship game.
I'll tell you this, dude. I'll tell you this, okay? You want to make this argument? Mark Sanchez has more fucking success than Andrew Luck. Mark Sanchez has back-to-back AFC Championship games. Okay, I mean, I'm saying, like, let's look at the stats between those two guys in those games. You know what I'm saying? So gonna go off that, like that's fine, but that, you know what I'm saying? I like Andrew Luck. I don't want it to sound like I don't like Andrew Luck, but I gotta halt the brakes when you're saying Tom Brady, Drew Brees,
I think
Russell
you're
Wilson.
sleeping on him, bro. Like the last.
I'm not
year
sleeping
he
on
was in
nothing.
the
He's
league-
done, first of all.
Well, that's fair. Well, he can always come back. He's still under contract.
Let's just go off his body of work now. He hasn't done anything. He's had time. Like, what's the excuses? Everybody's got an excuse. Like, Russell Wilson's lost his elite defense that you say that he had, and he still carried that franchise. You know what I'm saying?
To the playoffs where he then lost to Dak Prescott. Like, let's not twist this as if Russell Wilson's carrying this team right now to Super Bowls, because he's not. Dude, when he went to Super Bowls, he had great teams.
Let's look it up.
I'm down to look up things, bro. Like
let's see.
The last year Andrew Luck played, he would have been MVP if Patty Mahomes didn't have the craziest season a quarterback's ever had. Like that doesn't happen. That Patty Mahomes year doesn't.
I mean, dude,
happen.
okay, we'll nitpick it right here.
All right.
Who's had more success in the playoffs?
Obviously, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, team wise, yeah. But how about as a player, as an individual? Because I mean, we're not gonna credit anybody else. We'll just go straight. Who's had the better stats? Look up Andrew Luck's stats in the AFC Championship game against the Patriots.
It wasn't pretty. I think he was 13 of 33 for 126 and 200.
What was the score of that game? Let me look at this up.
That I don't know.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. Pulling up right now. All right. So the last time they played was 2015. They lost 45-7. Okay. The biggest fucking game of his career. And you're saying that he belongs in the biggest names. The biggest game he's ever had was one fucking AFC Championship game. And they got smoked.
Krypton, thanks for those sparks. They did get smoked, and I'll admit that. But we're both picking the same things, like, because again, 2 years ago, Russ got the shit kicked out of him by the fucking Cowboys.
I can't say anything else though, dude. Like, what? He's only been in one fucking AFC Championship game. He's never been in a Super Bowl. He's been in one AFC Championship game. Like, what else can I say, man? Let me see this again. Andrew Luck. Let's nitpick him now. Like, you can't say he's in a certain class when he's not. Dude, Tom Brady ever get hurt? Russell Wilson ever get hurt? Drew Brees ever get hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, Drew Brees did get hurt twice.
What, with the Chargers?
That one, and then last year he missed 6 games.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, his career is a lot longer too.
That's fair.
Tom Brady got hurt. Yeah, the ACL. That 1 year, the guy rolled into him. Let me see this.
But I mean, even Drew Brees has only played in 2 conference championships. 2. 2009 and 2018. That's it. He's like.
I hate, you know what, Andrew Luck? I hate to talk bad about you because I think you're a solid guy and player. But dude, you are no Tom Brady. You are no Russell Wilson.
Okay, to be fair, nobody in the league truly compares to Tom Brady at this moment. They can't. Nobody's close.
Okay, fine. Andrew Luck, you are no Russell Wilson. I'm sorry, but you know what? I never get blinded with potential. Krypton. Potential does not blind me whatsoever. Production is what matters to me. Potential does not matter to me. Because to be honest, Andrew Luck is a fucking first ballot Hall of Fame potential player. Like, his potential and his abilities are first ballot. But you know what I'm saying? But what he's produced and stuff is still very, very credible. But dude, like, I'm sorry, dude. You couldn't win. You haven't won anything. Okay. You do have an injury history. Okay. So what if you had bad offensive lines? That's the name of the game. It happens. Like, that's the cards that you're dealt. Okay. So, I mean, if other guys have better lines, so be it. But at the same time, like, dude, how many fucking 10 years of offensive linemen, has Tom Brady gone through, and he's still maintained.
I've heard that a billion times.
You got to separate potential and production, and that's the difference. And
see, I don't know. So Andrew Luck, my biggest thing is he played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons. Made the playoffs in 4 of those, 5 of those. They make the playoffs in 2016.
I think he did not make it 5 out of 6 years in the playoffs. Let me look it up.
I'm looking it up as well.
But yeah, man, like I said, like pump the brakes on calling them on that, place them in on that level. That's all I'm saying. Okay, he's made the playoffs 4 seasons.
So 4 out of 6 years playoffs. Like you're.
Hold on, no, he's played more than 6 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's played 7 years. 1 year was hurt.
You're counting 2017 where he didn't play a game though.
Yeah. Okay, so 6 years. 4 years in the playoffs. He is 4-4 in the playoffs.
Yep.
I mean, dude, that's not fucking elite to me.
Well, okay, then Peyton Manning wasn't elite either. Yeah, he has 2 Super Bowl wins, but he has a below 500 record in the playoffs. Like you can't say 500 isn't good enough to be elite, and then Peyton Manning be, I think, 5 games under 500. Let me double check.
How many fucking rings does Peyton Manning have, and how many rings does Andrew Luck have?
See, this is another one of those where it's like, I don't know.
What, the Robert Horry conversation? No, I'm not going there, dude. Robert Horry. No, dude. Robert fucking Horry wasn't Kobe Bryant or Shaq. Okay, we're talking about the forefront players. Okay, quarterback in football is the elite of the elite forefront position, so that's different. How about this? Here's a good question. Tell me an NFL team that didn't have a strong quarterback that won a Super Bowl.
Hey, chill, bro. Thanks so much.
I know one right off the bat.
Thanks for all those embers, bro.
Sorry, because the last few years, it's either been Roethlisberger, Brady, Manning, Wilson. Okay, name one. Name another. Because I know one right off the bat, man.
Name another Super Bowl quarterback.
Yeah, that
Joe Flacco.
They got fucking carried. Joe Flacco he held his own.
Yeah. I mean,
Trent Dilfer, Super Bowl, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, San Diego versus the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
Defense with Derek Brooks, Rondé Barber, Simeon Rice, John Lynch at safety. Like, stacked team on the defense. Elite level. Plus, they had fucking Gruden back there fucking playing against his old team, knowing the fucking playbook.
Bro. Appreciate
you. Like his backhand. So, yeah, I mean, that team, dude. Trent Dilfer. No, fuck. What am I thinking? Trent Dilfer. Not Trent Dilfer. Brad, he wasn't even the quarterback then. Trent Dilfer was another one, though. Yeah. Trent Dilfer was on the Ravens when they beat the fucking, the Giants.
Yeah.
That was when they had, what's his name, a running back? Lewis. But yeah, he was one. But the other was the Buccaneers quarterback that year. Brad Johnson, I think his name was.
Yeah. It's like the actual Broncos Super Bowl run. Peyton got carried that entire way. That was the worst season of his career. He got carried.
That was a bad year. I don't know if he got carried, though, dude. He was tailing off at the end. He started out pretty hot again.
He threw 9 touchdowns to 17 interceptions. Like, he
tailed off, for sure.
Awful.
I don't know if he got carried, though, man. Like, dude, he came through when he needed to. He got... I don't know about carried, but he was tailing off for sure.
Trying to find his playoff record.
I mean, dude, like, to be honest, man, like, he just doesn't have the fucking resume that put him in that class. So that's
fair, but I don't know. It's tough.
You can't, dude. You got to separate potential and possibilities. You can't you got to separate that from facts. And the facts are what they are.
So we have to do this because we started kind of the argument on Twitter. I wanted to save it for
Let's get it. No, but
sometime.
you're trying to send me
Jordan
Stephen A.
versus
Smith.
LeBron. I want to know
Whoa,
how
what?
Jordan versus LeBron.
What
Who's the
about it?
GOAT?
Ask LeBron that shit. Guess what he'll
LeBron
say?
will say
What would he say?
himself.
You
He's
think
already
so?
said himself.
Really?
I'll send you the clip. He said that
Dude.
after the 2016
Okay,
finals come back
that doesn't
3-1,
matter.
he's
Dude, okay, so let me tell you this, dude, because let me educate you for a second. Okay, this is not your era. I know this for a fact, okay? And I'm gonna tell you this, dude. If there was no Jordan, there would no be Kobe. There would not be there would be Kobe Bryant, but Kobe Bryant wouldn't be Kobe without Jordan. Trust me. Okay. Kobe Bryant, and I'm talking about Kobe's early years, which led him to morph into what he became his own identity. I'm not saying Kobe Bryant is a 1B. I'm just saying, Kobe Bryant had the infrastructure of Michael Jordan to get him started to lay the roots for his own persona, the Mamba. Okay. LeBron, dude, what's he going to do? Post Jordan. Fucking Jordan, you don't have no idea, dude. That's why I'm going to educate you right now. Jordan was fucking as an athlete, as a player, as a leader, obviously he's on that, that elite GOAT level. But dude, mentally, he would fucking break LeBron so hard, dude. You have no fucking idea, dude. He's not from that. He's not from this era of let's be buddies and hug and shit like that. He's from this era fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I want to take you on. I don't want to. What?
Let's not act like that era was it was different, but I mean, Magic and Isaiah Thomas literally kissed each other before fucking finals games.
Did you see how that finals went though? They're
Okay.
fucking stalking each other, all kinds of shit. Whatever that you think. Don't get that shit confused, dude. The fucking the bad boys, the fucking Lakers, dude. They fucking.
See,
Dude,
I don't.
You see that? You follow that Twitter account, Rex Chapman. You know that one? You ever see? You should check that one out. It's funny. There's a lot of good memes and shit like that. But it's got sports shit too. Rex Chapman is an old NBA player who played with the Hornets back in the day. Anyways, he's got this video of this video of the NBA right now of how it is versus back then, dude. It's fucking different, dude. It's like hockey, dude. It was like hockey. But anyways, dude, dude.
For sure, Krypton.
LeBron's mental side is not fucking anywhere close to Jordan. You have no idea, dude. There's a great story. The greatest game ever played that wasn't ever seen was the original Dream Team when it was Magic's team versus Jordan's team. And it was in a closed practice. It's like a documentary. It was put in the Dream Team documentary. And dude, Jordan just fucking wore everybody out, dude. Dude, you have no fucking idea. Ask Steve Kerr this question.
I know. Didn't Steve Kerr get fucking punched by Jordan?
Yeah. Dude, it's not fucking the same, dude. It's not the same. And like I said, this is the same thing as the Andrew Luck thing, dude. They're not. Dude, LeBron's a fucking top 5. He's on the Mount Rushmore. If I'm concerned, of NBA players, okay?
For sure.
But you got you don't fuck with Jordan, dude. You just don't get it.
Jordan, sure, has that mental side, but what actual basketball thing can he do better than LeBron? One thing.
What is he better at? He's better defensively. He's what are you trying to say? Because LeBron's bigger than him, so he can out physical him.
Right. LeBron's
you
bigger,
think LeBron
faster,
could shoot better?
stronger.
You think
LeBron is factually a better shooter.
You think LeBron's long game and mid range game is better than Jordan's?
Factually, it is. Look at the actual stats. Jordan even gets the luxury of having his stats padded from the.
Are you looking at field goal percentage?
Field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, true shooting percentage. LeBron wins all of it.
Yeah, that's where you're looking at the wrong thing, dude. Field goal, dude. You ever see Shaq's field goal percentage? It's fucking elite. Why? Where's all his shots at?
Look at 3-point percentage. LeBron beats him. factually beats him. And Jordan's numbers are padded at 3 from 3 because there were 2 years in Jordan's career where the arc was pushed in.
Like Jordan said it himself, the only guy that can beat him is Kobe.
I think LeBron could. Bigger, faster, stronger.
Mm.
I'm sorry. Better shooter.
Dude, you're you know what, to be honest, man? Like, I think you're honestly speaking as a what's the word? Generational standpoint, to be honest. And I try not to. I've got a fucking vast knowledge on shit. Dude, we can talk older. I can go back to beyond Jordan.
Thanks, weapon.
There.
Oh, I've watched. Now, obviously, I wasn't alive during Jordan's true era. Like, I didn't get to see it live. But I can go back and watch everything. And I have. And I'm so, for me, this is how I look at it. When Jordan retired the first time, he had 3 rings, right?
Yeah.
But when he retired the first time, they put up a statue of him in Chicago that said the greatest to ever do it. He hadn't accomplished half the shit Kareem had. But at that point, when you looked at Michael Jordan, you said, that is the best basketball player I have ever seen. That's how it is with LeBron. Maybe he doesn't have all of the accolades that Jordan has. Sure. But when I look at it, that's the best basketball player I've ever seen.
Hey, who would win one-on-one in their prime? One-on-one. Jordan or I'm sorry. LeBron or Shaq?
LeBron or Shaq? It would easily be Shaq.
Exactly. So, like, let's take this physical side shit out of it, because it's not gonna, like, come on. You want to just, we can go, I can one up you, dude, and say he's gonna out, like, dude, Shaq just gotta fucking body him up, go down the paint, and post him up easy all day. Right? You're saying that LeBron would beat him by using his physical abilities?
Like I said, he doesn't even have to. He's a better shooter.
He's a better shooter?
Yes.
Dude, you don't, okay, so like you just said right now, you didn't grow in there. Dude, Jordan, as good as an offensive player as he was just as good defensively. He was all first team NBA a grip of time. How many times have you seen LeBron on that?
LeBron's been
first team all NBA defense?
Twice, I believe.
Look it up, dude.
I believe. Defend. Fuck is this? Is it late? So Jordan.
5.
For LeBron or for Jordan?
It says LeBron 5.
Yeah, 5. 6 total because he had a second team all in.
No, I said first.
Right. No, I'm just saying. Defensive team wise, he had 5 first, 1 second.
Okay, Kobe and Jordan 9. All right, almost double. You don't overlook defense, dude.
I'm totally not. You're right. Jordan did it more total years, but LeBron's played twice as many games as Jordan.
Sure has. And sure has.
Like he has. So Jordan also has.
Who's a better leader?
That's actually a tough question. If you think about it, LeBron's had to carry truly trash teams and actually got them out of the first round.
I think LeBron did 1 year amazing, and the rest he's gotten support. I don't think he can carry a team.
Excuse me?
Listen. I don't think he can carry a team to a championship. His Cavs years prove that. I think he needs support. Okay.
And Jordan didn't. You don't start this.
Hold on, let me finish. I'm gonna finish this point.
Okay.
I'll get to it. Okay. Jordan. Okay. Since I know Jordan better, more my era, I guess. Jordan in the 80s, right? He was a scoring machine. It was like fucking, I don't know who to compare it to. He just came out, McGrady. Okay, let's just say McGrady. McGrady was a scoring machine. Fucking got the stats. Offensively, fucking amazing. Okay, but the team didn't go anywhere. Okay, then Jordan started learning how to lift his team up because he started realizing, dude, I'm not gonna win shit just me being, I gotta work, I gotta lift others up, and I gotta be, I gotta lead this team that way. That's why there was shit going on, like where dudes were getting punched and shit. Like it was fucking all business, right? Once he fucking like grasped that mindset and focused on that, they never lost ever since then. And that was like 90, like 1990, the playoffs. I believe the Lakers 90 or 91. No, I believe it was 91. No, it was 91. Yeah, 91 or 92, because 90 was the Lakers versus the Pistons. So 90 was the fuck. Who did they face in the finals? I know it was the Blazers a couple times, the Suns, but regardless, yeah. Until he got that mindset, yeah. And then I mean, like, who did he ever like? Who he had Pippen, obviously a Hall of Fame player, but after that, like who did they have? They
Dennis
had great.
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman was 98 and
Right.
1 year or 2 years. That's it.
I
But
think it was 2, if I remember.
Yeah, 2 years. All right. So Rodman was 2 years. Okay.
Right.
But he players fucking elevated. He elevated other players' games. Is basically the sum of it.
But
he didn't have what? Go ahead.
Without Pippen, Jordan never made it out of the first round.
Yeah, Pippen is a big part of why they got.
So don't come at me with LeBron needs help and Jordan didn't, because LeBron has never lost.
Who else
in the
they
first
have
round.
though? Who else they have?
Okay, he had Pippen.
Randy Brown.
Up until LeBron went to the Heat,
Wellington.
who did he have?
Who did they have? He didn't have fucking Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, fucking Dwayne Wade, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't have all that shit. He had role players. He had Pippen and role players. Bill Wennington, Bill Cartwright, fucking, you got Dennis Rodman for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Randy Brown, BJ Armstrong, Tony Kukoc, who was legit in Europe. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? He had good role players, but nobody made any all-stars. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have 3 or 4, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to have that max player. I mean, he had Pippen, yeah, that's true. And, dude, he can't win it all himself. But, dude, he was the fucking alpha male of that team, of all alpha males.
Like,
that's not what?
Look at LeBron before he went to the Heat, right? Because
they didn't win shit. They went to the finals. They could not put. They not.
LeBron never lost a first round playoff series. Still hasn't.
No, he's good.
You're saying he can't carry a team. He carried a team to the finals.
Listen. No, I'm saying he can't carry a team to the championship.
He's done it. Okay.
It's
okay.
Look
at 2017 with the Cavs.
Yeah.
He carried that shitty Cavs team to the championship,
right.
And then he had to face the greatest team ever assembled.
I'm starting to sound like Skip Bayless. Look, he carried the. I give him credit. The 1 year he was awesome but the moment that sealed the deal wasn't even him. It was Kyrie. But that year, yeah, he led that team. I'll give him that. But you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm even talking about the next year when they got to the finals, where his second best player on the team at the time was Jeff Green. In 2017,
dude,
that playoff run,
like I just said, LeBron's Mount Rushmore, but he's not. Look, dude, you're. This is what I'm trying to argue. I'm not trying to discredit people or accomplishments. I'm just saying, dude, you're just not at that one notch. You're fucking amazing, but you're just not at that one notch. And I just don't think dude, he's had fucking help still. The 1 year he led I think his best year was the year they beat the Warriors when Kyrie hit that 3 on Curry. That was his best. But he still had fucking Kevin Love. He still had fucking, he had a team, dude. He had a fucking better supporting cast than Jordan, I feel.
Right. Did Jordan ever have to face a team like the Warriors, though? Ever? No.
He ran up against some good teams. Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah, the Utah Jazz were great. They had fucking the one guy whose name I will not speak on my channel. Fuck him. And
okay, I don't know why. Okay, though.
You don't know the Karl Malone thing?
Nah, man. We can get into that out of here.
If it's negative. It's super negative. I don't want to get into it.
I don't really care about Karl Malone anyways. It doesn't really matter. I wasn't referring to that team. So let me see. Georgia beat the Supersonics with Sean Kemp, Gary Payton. good team, but they just had a flash year.
Right.
John Stockton, Karl Malone, good foundation of a team, core team that had been together for a while. That was their peak. They didn't win it. That series actually was a lot more competitive than people remember, though. The Barkley team with the Suns, Charles Barkley versus the Suns. That was a good team. That was a really good fucking team. It's just they ran into Jordan. The Blazers, I feel like that was the best team that he faced. Clyde Drexler, all those guys, like that was a fucking team. They had been to the finals a numerous amount of years. Actually, they lost to the Bulls, and I believe they lost to the Lakers. Yeah, the year before. So I mean, dude, it was a tough era, and he kind of set himself apart. And there wasn't this stuff of like buddies playing on the same teams. Like you were drafted to a team, and you stuck with that team, and you led that. Dude, Karl Malone, John Stockton, they've been on their teams. They had been on their teams from the get-go. The Blazers, same thing. Charles Barkley came over from Philly. That was a trade. But, I mean, the rest of those guys were core players. Like, it wasn't like this free agency build-a-team thing. Like Durant, Curry, shit like that. I don't know, man. Like I said, I just like Jordan's the fucking staple, dude. And it's just
also hard to argue because eras were different. How would LeBron do in a hand check era? I think he'd do fine just because he is bigger than and stronger than everybody, but that's not an argument I want to get into. Or, Jordan in a league where it's about shooting threes, and if you're shooting mid-rangers, you're not going to be good. You're just
no,
not.
no, I don't think so. I think both guys would adapt it. I'm gonna say that for right now. I think both guys would have adapted to either era. The hand check era, I think LeBron can handle that. The fucking 3-point era, I think Jordan can handle that easily. I don't think that's. I think what's. I mean, I don't know, man.
Those are the two arguments I hate the most. The can't adapt. LeBron could never play in hand check. Jordan could never play in the 3-point. That's bullshit.
Nah.
And rings to me is bullshit. It's a team thing, not a player thing. If you want to base your argument off rings, Bill Russell's the greatest of all time. Fuck off. That's it.
Well, okay, but the thing is this though, dude. Like when you're talking about the team, the players that lead those teams, like I'd really come on. Bill Russell's a fucking goat too, man. Like Bill Russell's a fucking killer on the court, dude. Like. He's got a lot of rings and shit like that. Don't discredit him because he's got a lot of rings. You know what I mean? Like,
well, the reason I discredit him isn't the rings. It's that there were 8 teams in the league and fucking.
Oh yeah. That's yeah. But I don't even like think about him when I think about shit like that. That's like
I think about 4 guys when I think about the GOAT. It's LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, and fucking Kareem.
Ooh.
That's my 4.
Okay. All right. I thought you were gonna sleep on Kareem.
No, his name wasn't clicking in my head for a second.
Yeah, Kareem.
I knew what I wanted to say, but it wasn't there.
Yeah, I feel like...
And I don't think you're really wrong however you order those 4. I think you're wrong if you bump somebody insane up into the top for some reason.
Order them?
Like,
dude, Jordan's 1. There's no discussion there. Jordan's 1. Other than that, like, then you
in
can start
your
discussing.
opinion, there's no discussion. I think I said in your opinion, there's no discussion. I think
that's what I said.
A lot of right. There's a lot of factors that lead some people to have a discussion. Like
What
for
do you
me,
think?
I'm gonna put LeBron at 1 every time. Jordan at 2, Kareem at 3, Kobe at 4. That's how I'm putting that every time. And I know for a fact we disagree on that just from the jump, but it's fine.
I mean, dude, I just think it's a generation thing, dude. I truly do. I think people in this era are gonna say LeBron, but you can go watch tape and shit, and that's gonna speak for itself. But you weren't in that era, so you don't understand. I've been in both, man, so I get it. Like it's not the same. Like it's close. It's close. Like I mean, it's not close. It's it's a discussion, but it's not close, dude. It's not close. Like, dude, like what I mean by it's not close is like I'm adamant that Jordan is fucking the fucking standard. he's the fucking dude. There's a lot of shit. I mean, and it's not just like what's trendy or what the trend is or whatever, because there's guys that set the benchmark for Jordan as well. Dr. J, before
Right.
Dr. J, there was, Chamberlain, things like, there's levels to this shit. But at the same time, there's, LeBron fucking wears number 4 career. All kinds of shit. That's just influences and stuff. But like, dude, like, I just don't think there's a comparison. I think they're two different players. But like, as far as like the GOAT goes, like, dude, just like with the NFL, dude, like this whole, and I don't even want to dip into that. That can be a whole other podcast. The Jerry Rice, Randy Moss shit.
Oh, but I mean, see,
ahead.
it's basically going to be the same argument that I just made here. But it's easier. Randy played 1 year with a quarterback as good as what Jerry Rice played with for 18 years? And in that 1 year, he put up better numbers than Jerry Rice ever did. That's the proof you need. There's your proof.
That's proof? I don't know about that, dude. I think Randy Moss is the most freakish athlete of all time, wide receiver in the NFL of all time. I think he's not as sharp as Jerry Rice. I think mentally, Jerry Rice like fucking would kill him mentally. Yeah, he's just. I mean, dude, like.
I don't want to discredit Jerry. That's never the thing that I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the LeBron Jordan, a lot like that. Like, it's a lot like that. Like,
right.
Where I don't want to discredit either guy. I mean, discredit either guy. Yeah, I don't want to discredit either guy, but there's just like one little level that's a little bit.
See, I think Randy had a level that Jerry could never get to.
What's that?
Just a level of play. Did Jerry ever put up a game where he caught 3 passes for 167 yards and 3 touchdowns? No.
Dude, I don't know, man. We got to dip into that. I wouldn't say no, right? Jerry Rice puts up numbers, dude. There's a reason why he's the top in those numbers too.
He put up those numbers because he had a lot of catches and because he had great quarterback play. That's what, in my opinion, dude. I put Jerry Rice. I think the more fun argument is Jerry Rice, Chris Carter, because they're prototypically the same.
That's not an argument either. That's not even close to an argument. They played in the same era, and it wasn't even a discussion.
Actually, it was. Who's number 2 in every receiving stat? Chris Carter, who played with way worse quarterbacks. Chris Carter. It's close.
Anyways, no, man. He's a good player. Like, yeah, Chris Carter is a great player, man. He's not Jerry Rice though, dude. And Jerry, let's go back to Jerry and Randy, man. They're two different receivers.
That's true.
Styles, they're way. I mean, Jerry Rice is a good balance of everything. He can run the slot. He can go up top. Great hands. Good balance of athleticism. Fucking great shape. He can go all fucking day, dude. Have you seen his fucking workouts? That fucking NFL film workouts he would do, catching bricks and shit with his hands, like crazy shit. Randy Moss is a fucking freak athlete, man.
Randy Moss told you what he was gonna do. And take the ball deep and take the top off the defense. That's it.
Yeah.
Because any quarterback, all you got to do is just launch it. Because nobody's going to beat Randy to that ball.
Exactly.
He was Tyreek Hill, but in a big body receiver's frame, basically.
Yep.
Like Tyreek Hill, but in Larry Fitzgerald's body.
I think he could have played NBA if he wanted.
Oh, for sure. I think a lot of receivers could have, though.
Yeah.
Receivers and tight ends, I think, could have.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Randy Moss, he actually went to Florida State before Marshall?
Yeah.
You know that? That would have been cool because, dude, like, during Florida State, during those years, was sick. So that would have been really cool. He was enrolled at Florida State. I don't think he played with them or whatnot. His issues and shit carried him. That's where they led him to Marshall, where he played with Chad Pennington. And then he played high school with White chocolate, John Williams.
I think receiver is the hardest thing to talk about, though, because receiver is the only position in sports where your play, your stats, your everything is completely reliant on someone else.
Think so?
I mean, somebody else has to get you the ball. A running back, you get handed it. A quarterback, you start with it, you figure it out. A receiver, somebody else has to get you the ball. Not give it to you. They have to make a good enough throw where you can get the ball. It's the one position in all of sports where your play isn't only decided by you.
Well, what's a receiver? Name a receiver where that's on a shit team that's getting stats. Slot guys get a lot of stuff, dude.
For sure.
The receptions, the touches, they're getting a lot of that. You got to be like, dude, you got to be. I looked at the stats on it. Steelers get the receivers a lot of touches.
Right.
AB would get. I mean, that's why AB was rocking it. I mean, like the amount of fucking passes thrown his way was ridiculous.
It was insane.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, dude, like, I just, what really slides me with Moss was his years with the Raiders, where he was just not checked in. You know what I mean? Like, he was just not himself, and that was that was clearly like the prime of his career too, because
he just didn't want to be there.
Exactly, and that was like too good.
It's kind of fair.
In his prime,
the Raiders' quarterbacks at that time were awful. The Raiders were just awful.
I don't know the reasons, but that was his prime. And then, yeah, like you brought up Jerry Rice's Seahawk year or whatever, but like that's like saying Randy Moss. We can cancel that. That's like Randy Moss's Titans year. You know what I mean? So, or the fucking second turnaround with the Vikings. Like what did Moss do really after he left the Patriots? Not really much. To be honest, too, like he had his best years with the Patriots, probably. I think.
Oh,
look at this
his best year was the 2007 Patriots year. 1,600 yards, 100 receptions, 23 touchdowns. The NFL.
That wasn't my favorite year. My favorite year is
98 with the Vikings and Randall Cunningham, because he was just insane, and he was a rookie. Like you never see a rookie do that.
That was the number 2 receiver as well.
Yeah.
Wild. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the only thing that like slides me with him is just those Raider years, man, because that was his prime. I don't know. He may have had like decent stats still, like decent, but not Randy Moss stats.
Right.
So that's the only thing, man. Like, and then that's nitpicking. You know what I mean? Right. That's nitpicking. Like who's number 3 receiver all time in your eyes? Fitzgerald, you say?
I go Chris Carter. I do. Partially, it's partially a Homer thing, but if you look at it, is
who's in that conversation? Calvin Johnson, Fitzgerald, Chris Carter,
T.O.
Yeah, T.O.'s got the stats. Yeah. Okay, we gotta stop thinking about the players in the last 10 years, because there's a lot of good players that.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? We're just thinking about what's fresh right now. There's a lot of good players that are getting slept on. So yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of hard. I feel like the players in the players have a disadvantage. Lesser teams in the league, a lot of stuff.
And back then it was truly a running league. Like you ran the football and that's how you played. Like
sure was.
Lynn Swann was never going to put up Randy Moss stats. It wasn't going to happen.
Check it out. New York Jets, my favorite team, right? They won 1 Super Bowl. The whole fourth quarter of that Super Bowl, Joe Namath, we all know Joe Namath didn't throw 1 pass.
Yeah.
So, yeah. For sure.
Oh, I'm going to say something that's going to offend the fuck out of you.
What's up?
Joe Namath is the most overrated quarterback in NFL history.
I don't know about NFL history. I can argue that's not going to offend me. I don't think he's the most overrated quarterback in NFL history at all. I think you can make the argument he's an overrated NFL Hall of Fame player until Oh wait, no, I'm thinking baseball. Yeah, baseball's been fucking horrible with who they're inducting. Harold fucking Baines. Uh, yeah, you can. I don't, dude. He's not the most overrated NFL player. Maybe in the Hall of Fame, you can maybe say that though, and I wouldn't get offended by that.
See, I don't think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. Just based purely off of like
Well, his career.
Yeah, he wasn't
Okay, so
that good.
okay, there's okay. No, he was good, dude. He was good. His stats. He said, dude, it's hard to talk about errors, dude. That's error 50 years ago.
You have to compare it to that era. But I mean, he had what? Let me look. One season? No, 2 seasons. 2 seasons ever where he threw more touchdowns than interceptions.
Yeah. Well, anyways, like I said, that doesn't offend me. I'm not.
Right.
But like when you say like in the NFL, like dude, that's a fucking that would offend me. That's stupid. In the Hall of Fame, you can say that. I've heard that a lot.
Hall of Fame's probably the better one.
The thing with Joe Namath, though, players. The thing with where gets him a lot of credit, you know, obviously not so much the stats, but I mean, he can't say he wasn't talented. The dude was fucking. He wasn't not
for
talented.
Sure.
He was he was elite level talent. The thing is with him is that without the Jets, that the NFL wouldn't be where it was. Because the AFL and the NFL weren't, you know, the AFL was like viewed as like the minority. The NFL was where it was at. You know, the Packers won the first 2 Super Bowls. And then that year that the Jets won it was against the Colts, and that Colts team was like fucking stacked. That's the whole thing about Joe Namath, the guarantee. Yeah. The guarantee, this is old shit. This is like we're talking out people's generation right now. The guarantee that he was gonna beat the Colts, and that was outlandish. That was like as if what's the most recent upset in sports that you can think of right now? You know what I'm saying? Think about that, and then think about the team that was on the underdog team saying, we're gonna fucking smoke. You know, it's fucking wild. So that's how it was then. And without them doing that, if the Colts had won that Super Bowl, who knows if there would be, you know, an NFL like it is. It wouldn't be. He saved the NFL. That team saved the NFL for where it's at today in that standard. So, I mean, he gets credit for that and the guarantee. And that hypes him up.
That Super Bowl year, even though stats-wise it wasn't great, the guarantee and actually fulfilling the guarantee is the reason he's a Hall of Famer. If they lose that game, he doesn't make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Dude, that whole shit. Yeah, dude, that whole shit. Like, that's some shit. Like, that's a story in the NFL's book where it shaped the NFL. So that's a big story.
Right.
You know, there's lots of stories. That's one of them. The things that, you know, formed what the NFL it is today. So that's why he gets his credit. And yeah, you can make the argument one of the most, if not overrated NFL player. He's in that discussion. I mean, any quarterback's going to be somebody you think of first, but I'm sure there's like other position players.
Oh yeah.
You know, but quarterback's always going to get that. So no argument for me on that.
You know what's wild? We picked the worst teams possible. Be our favorites. Like the Jets and the Vikings, we cursed ourselves from the.
Did you pick the Vikings though? This is the thing with me. Did you pick the Vikings?
I did.
Okay.
All of my family is Denver Broncos fans.
Oh, okay. What made you put on? What get you put on the Vikings? Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Genuinely, it was Randy.
So the '98 team.
Well, it was actually what 2002, 2003. Him and Dante Culpepper for some reason were.
You mean the year Culpepper was on Madden's?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was a fun team. I would play with them a lot.
Right. And then
Vikings.
I didn't get really into football until like 2007. Like I was into football, but 2007, the Adrian Peterson rookie year, that's what cemented me as a Vikings fan. And now I'm
you want to know a worse team than both of our teams?
The Bills?
The Chargers.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm in San Diego, so I know it. Dude, the fucking Chargers know how to and I'm not a Chargers fan, thank fucking God. Like the Chargers know how to fucking break your heart like no other. They've never won a Super Bowl.
Neither
You know
of
what I
the
mean? Like,
Vikings, though.
the Vikings never won. Yeah, I know, but at the same time, like the Chargers, like, dude, I laugh at how many games the Chargers fucking like blow at the end. Like, it's just
Well, look back at the
insane.
'98 team. Wide
Yeah,
left.
hey, that 98 team, I was thinking about that when we were talking about Moss. That 98 team, I was like, dude, they're gonna run the table, but they fucking lost that game. That would have been such a imagine that game though. Such a good game. The Vikings versus the fucking Broncos.
I'm gonna tell you now. This is the belief I've had that I've talked to actual Broncos fans about. The Vikings would have absolutely annihilated the Broncos. Wouldn't have been close.
Why did they lose to the Falcons? They took them lightly.
Right.
They started out slow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You're never gonna take Denver lightly because they have Elway.
Yeah,
you
Super
weren't.
Bowl. No one's gonna take that game.
We didn't get up for the Falcons though. That's 100% factual. But if we win that game, if he doesn't miss that kick, we go into the Super Bowl, we would have crushed Denver. It would have been bad.
To be honest, dude, like, I'm not tripping on my team that much. Like, we've been to 3 dude, in the last 20 years, we've been to 3 AFC championship games. So it's like, it's not like we've stunk up the joint. We've had our bad years.
We've been to 2 NFC championship games, but
yeah. So I'm not tripping on it. We went to back-to-back.
I'm tripping.
Like, in the last 10 years, we've been to back-to-back AFC championship games. That's not like, we're not talking Bengals Brown status. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Like, we're decent franchises. We're not bottom of the barrel, but
we're down. The Jets are in the gutter right now. I'll fucking say it. But
oh yeah. Like, I don't know.
We got a quarterback at least. We got some fucking pieces. I'll give it that. But yeah.
Yeah. Lucky you. You have a quarterback. Let's move on to that.
Thank fucking God for Kirk Cousins not picking us. Thank God, man.
Fuck you, dude. At the time, I was thinking, why are we signing him? Teddy Bridgewater would have been so much cheaper. Do you know the pieces we could have put around Teddy if we just brought him back?
And dude, they signed him when Kasem was the quarterback. Like, Teddy B that year, he went to the Jets too, actually.
Yeah, Teddy B was hurt. It was right after he blew out his knee. But yeah, he was ready to come back. We let him play the year before. We were like, you know what? Kirk is gonna be the savior of us. No, anybody who's ever watched football could tell you Kirk's not gonna be the savior.
Yeah.
Ooh, Broncos in chat saying Kirk Cousins is way better than Darnold. I disagree. Darnold's better than Kirk, bud.
No, he's not, dude.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. Not right now. He's not. Dude, Kirk Cousins. I mean, that's a nice compliment, but I'm gonna be real, dude. Like, he will be, man. He's got to piece things together. He doesn't have as good a team offensively.
Right.
I think the Jets' biggest problems aren't their offensive line, lack of talent. I think their biggest problems are their head coach and so I think their fucking coach is a joke. But
at least they don't have the same ownership as the Knicks. Ownership.
Yeah, I think that's got to be by far the worst ownership. I agree with you there. The worst fucking owner in all of sports is Dolan.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Dude, how do you lose KD and Kyrie to the fucking Nets? Like, I'm sorry, the Knicks play in the mecca of the basketball world, and these two guys who want to come to New York still don't choose you.
Yeah, it sucks, man, because that guy, he's not fucking leaving.
Right?
It sucks. It's such a turnoff if you're a Knicks fan, because that guy ain't going nowhere.
Jets need to get him weapons. They do. The Jets should have traded for Stephon Diggs.
Fuck no, they should have fucking traded for Hopkins.
Well, yeah. Well, to be fair, the Hopkins trade is fluky because it's the Texans. And, you know,
Hey,
it depends on where Bill O'Brien is. You might have been able to get him for like a half-eaten apple.
The Jets GM like came out yesterday and said they were doing they were tapping into that, so they had an opportunity.
That's rough.
Dude, you can have Diggs, man. Like, I don't want Diggs. The fuck for? Why would I want to trade all that draft capital for Diggs when I could just sign Cooper?
Well, did you sign Cooper?
No, Cooper re-signed with the Cowboys.
Right. Would you have given Cooper $20 million a year?
No, I'd rather not. But I'd rather do that than pay Diggs what he's getting paid and give the draft capital. I'd rather do that easily. I don't want Cooper. Like, we lost Robbie Anderson. I didn't want that guy either for the money he wanted.
Well,
you know who I do want? CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy. That's who I do want.
that's not who you're gonna pick. You're the Jets. What position do you think your best player is? Probably Jamal Adams. You're gonna take another safety.
Nah, we're not.
Yep.
That. We're gonna go O-line. We're gonna go O-line. If we don't draft, if like Lamb and Judy fall into our lap, we'll go with that. But and only because we have a franchise quarterback. So like, dude, like you got a fucking 1A receiver that you can pick up. Like, you have to have that conversation. But they need to protect him too. So I don't know, man. All their signings, their big signings in free agency has been all O-linemen. So there's a chance they can go receiver, but I don't know, man. I'm starting to get really hot on Lamb.
I don't know.
I'm starting to really like that guy, and especially because I don't think, obviously, now the Cardinals are going to pick him up in the draft after getting.
It's such a weird thing. Like, the teams that have made the Super Bowl in the last 5 years. Other than the Patriots, because they're the fucking Patriots, every team that's making the Super Bowl has a super young quarterback, like super duper young. And then just whatever, like, they just go sign players to giant deals and bring in all these weapons. The Jets just aren't doing that.
We did last year, dude. Yeah, we did. We got Le'Veon Bell. We signed us. We spent money last year. CJ Mosley.
Le'Veon Bell's not truly going to be a weapon for Darnold. Like, you need receivers.
No,
if Le'Veon Bell is your guy, then you're fucked, because you just double him. It's easy.
No, Le'Veon Bell can be, dude. Le'Veon Bell is great for helping a quarterback because he can fucking catch it out the backfield. He's a 4-down back if you need him to be. He can be that workhorse. The only thing is, dude,
it's really hard to use him as a workhorse when he's the only weapon on offense that can do anything.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like, also, it's the coach, bro. It's the coach. Like, what running back? Think about it. What running back under Gase is successful? It's just not his forte. Like,
you're right.
It's you know what I'm saying? Like, and look at running backs, how they do. Look at quarterbacks, shit. Look at how they do after they leave Gase. The only, like, what's Gase done outside of Peyton Manning?
I was gonna say the Peyton Manning here, but that's the only thing.
I mean, was that Gase or was that Manning?
Well,
come on.
It was Manning, but it was Gase's system, and he's always gonna get credit for that. He always will.
I mean, I'm just not seeing it, man. Like, and I know my team fairly well. I'm just not seeing it. You're not, and I said this to my buddy, man. We're doing fantasy football last year, and he was like all hyped on Bell. I was like, dude, stay the fuck away from Bell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're picking Bell in the first 2 rounds, if you're thinking that at all, even maybe the third, I stay the fuck away from him. And
in my fantasy football league last year, the first overall pick was David Johnson.
What the fuck?
I laughed my fucking ass off. Random people, I just use NFL.com's thing.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious, though. So I'm sitting there with the 3rd pick. I'm like, I don't know who I'm going to go with. I got to Kind of got to see what happens here. And I see David Johnson go off the board. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm going to get Zeke. Wait, I'll take Zeke.
Yeah. You went with Zeke? I was going to pick him. I passed him up. I picked, fuck.
Zeke was a mistake, I think.
I was like, dude, I only get one shot at this guy, and I know it. And that's if I get the first pick, and that was with dude in Carolina. Where's my mind blank?
Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, McCaffrey. This is what happens when sports isn't going on. I get fucking.
My Zeke team got second place in my league.
Yeah, so I picked Barkley instead of Zeke. And I knew that Zeke was gonna. At the time, he was still doing his hard. I was like, dude, I'm not sweating that. He'll be back. But I just didn't. Like, I don't know, man. I thought he was gonna be like fucking insane this year, and he wasn't. So he had his moments, but he wasn't like what I thought. And if I had the choice between Barkley and McCaffrey, I would have McCaffrey all. But I just think he went first.
I had Zeke and Julio Jones, and got me the second. One league. I had like 4 leagues going on. Some of them didn't. I did have a team with Christian McCaffrey and Michael Thomas, though. That one was fire.
Yeah, this year I didn't do that well. I made the playoffs, but the prior 2 years I did. I picked Mahomes 2 years ago, like before he had played an NFL game. You know, he was. Oh, actually, no, his rookie year he played the last game of the year. Right. But so he was coming off his rookie year, and I was like, dude, people are sleeping on him, and I picked him, and he had an insane year. I also had Gurley, who was insane when he wasn't hurt. Yeah, and I had a stacked team, dude. I think I had who was my wideout? I had like AJ Green when he was healthy. I had Ertz from Philly when Wentz was doing good. He was putting up stats. He still puts up stats anyways. Like, I had a stacked team that year. Everyone was. I got lucky on my guesses.
My best year was the year I had the last pick in the first round. It was It was going into the 2012 season. So I took Adrian Peterson in the first round, and people were like, "That's dumb. He tore his ACL 6 months ago." Yeah, best decision I made.
AP, he's actually still getting picked up in leagues, man.
Dude, because not last year, the year before he had 1,000 yards with the Redskins.
Yep.
Last year I think he had 750.
Yeah, that was a weird year though. I had him that year, and I didn't start him that much, even though he had 1,000 yards.
He had 1,000 yards, but that doesn't equate really to points.
Yeah, because
he didn't get a ton of touchdowns.
His games that year were kind of weird. They were like, he had one hot game. I think he had like almost 200 yards one game. And then he would go and he had like 40 yards one game. You know what I mean? Like, it was weird. That year was weird. So he was like really consistent, but he still got like, overall the stats.
Right. All right, bro. I think I better let you go. Have a good rest of your day.
All right, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
Anything you want to plug? Anything special before you get out of here?
Nah. What about you? What's going on with you? Anything I say? I'm interested.
I don't have really anything going on.
Just staying with what's going on.
I've been in the weirdest place. There's like no video games I want to play right now.
None?
Like none.
Well, I'm playing Resident Evil. I'm gonna start that up. I told that to you earlier. I'm gonna do that Saturday. We'll see how that goes. I like the remaster of Resident Evil 2 last year a lot, so I'm gonna give that a run. And yeah, there's nothing coming out. Like April, there was supposed to be Cyberpunk, and I was super pumped for that game.
So pissed it got delayed. I mean, it's fine because it's gonna be good. Like The Witcher 3 got delayed 6 times. And it was really good. It's the same company that's making them. So I know
about
it's
Shroud
be
yesterday?
Good. What did Shroud do?
Shroud said he's going competitive with Valorant. Like he's fucking going pro on that.
Dude, I want to play that game so bad.
I don't know about that game because I don't fucking like Paladins. I don't fucking like Overwatch, where I never played it. I just don't fucking. It doesn't look appealing to me. And I've seen gameplay on Valorant, but I'm hearing great things on it.
It's CS:GO with Overwatch elements. It's weird.
Yeah, man, I'm not really into those games. I think I need to try it out though. And I think that if all those games, I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna press that.
I also think for like Paladins, you would have enjoyed it more if you had got to play it with a full group.
Yeah,
Like
I,
the
I,
reason I
I
loved it so much is we had a full 5-man when we were playing
yeah,
it. Like that was fun.
probably. I'm trying to do Sea of Thieves too. I'm trying to do that, but I need to find a team. Rex said he might do it. We'll see. I don't know. I have scheduling problems and commitment issues at the moment, so it's
Yeah,
tough.
I've
Maybe
been
like a
playing.
I can definitely do a bi-weekly thing for sure. But
Right.
that's a game like, yeah, man, I've got PTSD on that shit like I do with the trucks in Warzone. Like I played Sea of Thieves as solo, and that was the worst experience of my life. So I need a squad. I might be doing that. We'll see.
Like, I've been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic.
I saw that, dude. I missed that stream. I want to see it so bad. I need to get with that. And that's one of the projects I want to start working on the next week or two. Is my Star Wars stuff. Get that lined up, where I can do that steadily. But I saw that. I thought that was an awesome idea. Are you gonna do that, and then you're gonna do the second one?
So you're thinking of the wrong game, I think.
What are you playing?
Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's the MMO on PC.
Oh,
World of Warcraft, but Star Wars. You're thinking of Knights of the Old Republic, the old Xbox games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't.
Those games were fire too.
There's an MMO. What's it called again? I gotta watch it now.
Star Wars: The Old Republic
Okay, maybe I haven't seen that. I think I have a buddy that used to play that. I
came
haven't
out
seen too much.
fucking 2012.
Okay, so it's like World of Warcraft, basically themed out.
Pretty much. The storyline is so good though. It was made by BioWare.
What does Bioware do again? I forgot.
BioShock.
Okay.
And let me. Oh, it came out in 2011. Sorry. BioWare.
Is PC only?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the last thing BioWare did was Anthem, which is a terrible thing to. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. They did
Have you played
all
Anthem?
the Mass Effect games, the Dragon Age
Oh,
games.
Okay. Yeah.
Story's fire.
Dude, Anthem's dead, ain't it? They're not gonna fix that shit.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. See, that's horrible. That could have been so good if they fucking jumped the gun on that shit.
Oh fuck! BioWare also made the old Knights of the Old Republic games, the ones you were thinking of. BioWare made all that shit. So the story is fucking fire.
Got it. All right, brother. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it a ton.
We'll do it again.
For sure.
All right, man. See ya.
Peace. All right, chat. Thank you all for joining. Catch you in the next one. Peace.